and we will quickly build one and then just cover what conditions and triggers are. Currently, my canvas is empty. I'll click on Start Building Your Pop-Up, and we have a few pre-made ones. We're going to kick off with that so I don't have to design from scratch. And I'll just go here for a good old favorite, Black Friday deals. And I think this one is already back 2021 or 2020. Oh, they made it expiring on November 27th. That's probably the 27th of November. Good. And this is what the pop-up does. There are no pages. There are no sections. It is this. It's just this one canvas. And once you have created a pop-up, whether you did it from scratch or one of these pre-made pop-up templates, you will get the pop-up settings here in the top right-hand corner and select it, and we go all the way to the left. And this is where all the conditions and triggers are hidden. Click on that, and we see Display Conditions and a 2. This 2 changes. It's an indicator of how many conditions and triggers have already been applied or are applied to this pop-up. And by default, there are 2 applied. But we're not going to worry about that yet. I just want to quickly talk about what a condition and what a trigger is. Click on Display Conditions, and we have this dialog box. And actually, the first one we get is a trigger, and the second one we get is a condition. A trigger is something that makes the pop-up appear. It's a trigger to say to the pop-up, hey, dude, you should show up. And that's what a trigger does. And there are many kinds of triggers. If I click here on this drop-down list, you're going to see we have quite a number of triggers. In most cases, you're going to use one kind of trigger. 2 or 3. In most cases, you're going to be using those kind of triggers. The other great thing about a trigger is that you can also add more than one trigger. So you can have one trigger that happens after a certain amount of time, and then you can have another trigger that makes the pop-up appear if the person wants to leave that page and you haven't reached that time yet. We'll look into all of this. So a trigger absolutely says, hey, you should appear when this happens, or when the visitor does this, or after this amount of time. It is the instruction for the pop-up when to appear. So it's the when. The condition is the where. If you only have one page, one pager, then this is obvious, right? It's on all over your website, that one page. But you may have a lot of pages, and sometimes you don't want this pop-up to appear on a certain page. Maybe you have a landing page that is promoting a giveaway. So you don't want a pop-up of your giveaway to appear on your giveaway page. And that's where you are going to be telling the pop-up, hey, I want you to appear all over my site, but this page you are not to visit, you're never to show your face. And that is what the condition is, where it should appear and where not. And you can go for an include or an exclude. You see, we have this option that you can include it or exclude it from certain pages. And that is what a trigger is. The trigger tells the pop-up when to appear, and the condition tells the pop-up where to appear. This is just a quick intro into all of this. Now we can begin tackling the triggers one by one, followed by the conditions.